is going on, everybody? Welcome to Fanmail. Yes, that's right. Question and answers edition. That's right. Anyways, guys, we're here right now to do something for you guys, which you guys send me questions, and I'm going to answer them all the way through. So, anyways, we got really good response of some questions. There's actually a lot of questions that people send me all together. Now, I'm not just saying the people in general. I'm just saying in general of every single question put together. So yeah, we're gonna have to go through this not fast, but enough time to you know, answer them all properly well, I guess you could say. So anyways, right off the bat, we're gonna go to one of my good buddies, which is Alex from ActionSaiyanGamer, and yeah, he sent me a video. So let's check out the video and see what questions he's got.
What's going on, everybody? Unreal ENT Network here again, once again presenting my official fan mail for ActionSaiyanGamer, my good friend Jason. Jason, if you're watching this, this is my fan mail towards you. Now, I know you've done some fan mail for me, but now let's try to go on ahead and reverse the roles here. I'm going to be the one asking you several questions that I've wanted to know for such a long time now, so I really hope you get to answer this. I really want to know your overall thoughts and opinions and backstory to many of these questions. So there might be a few of them, and either way, I really hope you answer them. So before I get into that, if anybody out there hasn't checked out ActionSaiyanGamer, I really recommend you guys to go on ahead and check him out. He is absolutely awesome. The dude covers literally every single game, every single topic known to like man, and that's what makes him really good. So my first question to you, Jason, is question number one, of course. What are your overall goals in the next 5 years? Like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be in the next 5 years in terms of financial stability, in terms of career, in terms of what makes you happy? Do you want to be able to live on your own and move away from your parents' house? Do you want to be able to get married somehow? Just an overall standpoint on where you would like to be in 5 years and where you think you're going to be in 5 years, because there is a difference between wanting to get there and wanting to, you know, be somewhere in 5 years and then actually accepting where you could be. So just let me know, and please answer that. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? 2020. Just let me know. My second question is, have you ever thought about moving out of Canada and going into the United States in terms of living somewhere in the US? Has it ever just crossed your mind for you to go on ahead and try to see how it was like living somewhere in America, possibly California, Florida, New York, Texas, Chicago, wherever it is you would like to go? Have you ever thought about that? And if you have thought about going to America and just earning a living here and then possibly going back to Canada, or whatever the case may be in terms of that, where do you see yourself in America and how would you go about it? For example, if you were to go to America, would you like to, you know, have roommates such as Edgar and myself or whatnot, or would you like to be by yourself and then possibly keep doing what you're doing but also have, you know, another job that possibly pays better, and then going back to Canada? Or like, what are your overall thoughts on you possibly coming here to live here for not forever, of course, but if you wanted to forever, you can live, you know, just live somewhere in America. But if not, just what are your overall thoughts on that? Have you ever thought about making that transition? Would just definitely like to hear that, because I know visiting America is one thing, but like coming out here and moving out here is another, because I know several people, several of my friends that have moved up to Canada, and I haven't heard from them ever since. That we kind of lost connections, but I would love to hear your overall thoughts on that. My third question for you is, have you ever experienced anything supernatural or paranormal in your life where it made you kind of like, you know, a little bit on edge or shaky? Has there ever been any incident where you just happened to have felt a presence near you, or perhaps maybe felt something was watching you, or just felt really uneasy about something because you knew something was there but you didn't really know how to approach it or how to comprehend it because you didn't really know what it was? Have you ever encountered anything such as, you know, something moving where it shouldn't be moving or whatnot, like any sort of paranormal experience? And my follow-up to that would be, do you believe in paranormal entities, and do you believe in the supernatural, such as demonic possessions and demons and whatnot? And if you do, let me know why, and if you don't, also let me know why. I'm very curious to hear that. My fourth question to you is, do you ever see yourself having children? And if you do, and if you just so happen to have a girl or a boy, would you ever want your children to do what you are doing now and just become YouTubers, content creators? And if you would like them to become those things, how exactly would you set the guidelines for them to succeed in realms that you didn't? And what I mean by that is, Would you like to see your son or daughter succeed further than you did? Would you like to see them, struggle on their own so they can know what it's like to just, work for everything the hard way? Just overall, like, if you had children, would you be teaching them and guiding them to do the exact same things you were doing, or would you allow them to do something other than that, like perhaps maybe get into sports, certain literatures? Would you rather allow them to have like their own careers, or would you just like pretty much tell them like, hey, this is what your daddy used to do and still does, would you like to do it with me? Sort of like how, Angry Grandpa does it with his grandson and whatnot. I mean, there's several YouTubers that do collaborate, parents to children, children to parents. So would you go on ahead and do that, or would you just call it quits and just allow them to do their own thing? My fifth question to you: what console are you going to be getting Black Ops 3 on? Are you going to be getting it on the PS4, or are you going to be getting it on the Xbox One? And if so, would you like to play some Black Ops 3 Zombies with me on the PS4, because that is where I will be getting my Black Ops 3, and I would like to know if you would like to be playing it on the PS4. It's going to be me, you, it's going to be Paul and Fatal Brotherhood Gaming and stuff like that. So I want to know where are you going to be getting the game at, like what console, Xbox One or PS4? And my follow-up to that is going to be what are your expectations for Black Ops 3, because I know you've played Call of Duty before. I'm pretty sure you've played Advanced Warfare. I'm pretty sure you played Ghosts. Do you think Black Ops 3 is going to be something better, something different, or do you think it's going to be the same old rehashed stuff? I would love to hear your overall opinions on that. And like I said, I mean, Xbox One or PS4, let me know. And my sixth question is going to be, what are your overall thoughts for the movies of next year? Do you think the movies of next year are going to be better than the movies that came out this year? Remember, we had a lot of great movies that came out this year. We had Jurassic World, we had The Avengers, we had, Ant-Man, we had several great movies come out. Several movies are still due to come out. We had Minions, we had, The Gallows. We had a lot of great movies. And then next year, we're going to have Batman v Superman. We're going to have Suicide Squad. We're going to have, several other movies such as Independence Day. So what are your overall thoughts between this year versus next year in terms of movie lineups? And what are some of the most anticipated movies that you are looking forward to genuinely, like, for next year? For me personally, it is definitely Batman v Superman. Aside from that, I don't think there's any other movie that really caught my eye as much as that one did. Perhaps there are several, but I'm just not remembering right now. But like, what are some of like at least 3 to 5 movies that you are really, really looking forward to for next year and that are really willing to go out to go see? And my seventh question is going to be, what are your overall thoughts on society today? And what I mean by that is pharmaceutical companies and the government's pretty much, just neglecting healthcare. Now, I understand that Canada and America have 2 very different healthcare systems, but I would like to know from you 2 questions to this, part 7 question. Now, that being, do you believe there is a cure for horrible diseases such as AIDS, HIV, herpes, syphilis? And if you do feel like there is a cure for those diseases, do you think that it is a natural way to go about it? For example, do you think there is a natural way to like cure those diseases from your body, such as, natural oils and herbs and eating, food that has very low metals in them? Or do you think there is an actual vaccination that they're keeping from us? And my second follow-up question to this is, do you think that our healthcare system, at least for both Canada and America, could be better? And if you think that the medical systems can be better, what could you think that they could do to improve that? Perhaps lower prices, give free healthcare, maybe up the healthcare packages. I would like to really hear your answer on that. And that's pretty much it, man. So once again, guys, thank you all for watching. This has been Unreal ENT Network, aka Gaming, presenting my fan mail for ActionSaiyanGamer, Jason Rossi. You guys might want to go on ahead and check him out. He is awesome. He covers everything, literally everything from games that I don't even play myself, independent games, Steam games. You guys really might want to go on ahead and subscribe to him. He's really, really cool. He's starting to do fan mail now, so I really hope you enjoyed this fan mail episode. It's kind of long, but I would really like to hear your overall answers on everything, nicely elaborated. So once again, Jason, thank you for answering my questions, and I'll be seeing you in the comment section below.
Alrighty, thank you, Alex, for your questions. It's a really amazing thing to get questions from you. You really surprised me, by the way, when I announced it. Should I or should I not? And then it was just like, bam, fan mail like 2 days later. I'm like, whoa, man, you just flying by right there. I didn't even say if I was doing it yet. But anyways, I guess that was a green light to say, yes, sure, go for it, you know. Anyways, so your first question is goals in 5 years. Within 5 years? Yeah, I guess so. Within 5 years. Well, in 5 years, I'll be 28. Well, I'd be 27 right now. But by December, I'd be 28. I'd be old. Very old. Very old man. Oh, God. Maybe I'll get gray hair by then. No, I'm kidding. I know a lot of people out there be like, if they're like in their 30s, which I know a few people, they'd be like, if they saw this, be like, yeah, right, you don't get gray hair when you're 28. God, what's wrong with you? Freaking thinking you're older? Okay. Anyways, I'll be in an apartment by then. I will say I will not be married. I know that for sure. I gotta think realistic here for a minute. Come on. Realistic. I would not be married at 28, okay? I have friends that are already dating people, and they're getting married when they're 27. Okay, so that's gonna be 5 years from now. So if I think about that for a minute, they'll be dating for like 6 years. Okay, if I actually wanted to date somebody for 6 years, I would not be at that point to go get married yet. So that is my answer. Anyways, and also too, be interesting if I got a girlfriend, you know, hopefully at that time, because that would be a little weird. Well, actually, it wouldn't be really weird in general, because there's a lot of people that have no girlfriends out there. But I haven't really had a girlfriend. Like, I think the only time I had a girlfriend was, I was really young when I had a girlfriend, but it didn't last long. It lasted like a weekend and then it was done. So hopefully that's what happens, because if nothing happens, well, then that would be a little weird that I'm still here doing the way everything's doing every day. So, but anyways, you're mentioning your next question about moving to the States. Now, I will say, I have been thinking about this lately, well, not lately, but I've been thinking through this for years now. Now, if I want to go to game development, then I would have to move to pretty much the States to get a job there. I know that for sure, because for one, it would pretty much, I have no choice, because all the game development things are all in the States pretty much. There's like a little bit, but like not to the point where it's like, you will get a job instantly after college. You know what I'm talking about? No, like there's no way in Canada you can get a job like that instantly. So yeah, I probably have to find a job in the States if I want game development. But if I did YouTube, depending on what happens, if I did YouTube and I might stay here. I might. But if I ever have to somehow get closer to like the headquarters of YouTube, like where if I get a collab with tons of people, then I probably would say, sure, you know, I would move if I had to. Like if they said, hey, look, we have a proposition for you. You are on YouTube now. You're a big famous man. We need you to come to LA and like literally work here in LA for us, you know, like do all this shit you do, but like here. So, if they said that, then I'd probably say sure, why not? But, I know I was talking about a few things. Now this, I don't know, me and Nathan had some weird topics, if we ever moved together, because I know, Nathan was talking about that he wants to move out somehow, out of his house. So, anyways, I was just like kidding around with him about like if we ever moved in together, because I wanted to go to his fan expo and all that. And I'm like, man, you got like everything around you. You got like all this food places and everything around your like area, and like you don't even have to go far, you know. And I was like, that'd be like the best place ever, just have an apartment there. And we were just mentioning about having an apartment together, and it would be like no fridge, no pretty much anything that's like you need to like clean stuff for kitchen, pretty much. We would get all rid of that, and what would be in their place, all that stuff, well, everything would be anime. The shelves would be anime, figurines and all that stuff. Like everything in the whole apartment would have anime. So like if we can get rid of everything, we'd put everything in anime. And so pretty much we'd be starving a lot, I guess you could say, because there would be no food. But no, it was just a joke that we were just kidding around. And yeah, I just thought it was funny to point that out. But if I had to move in with Alex, I'd probably say sure. Why not? Why not, Mr. Alex, right here asking me these questions? Yeah, sure, why not? I'll move in. Not now, I would say, but like maybe later on if I had to. And it'd be interesting to have an apartment with Alex because I never know what the hell he's gonna say. That's like the one thing, because like I know sometimes on the weird podcast, like he would talk normally sometimes, and then like next minute just throw something out like out of nowhere, and it's just like, whoa man, what just happened? And it's really interesting to see how he actually does sometimes. Sometimes I will say maybe it's like off the charts, but you know, I don't really care. It's very interesting what he talks about sometimes. And plus, we play video games together. We make tons of videos together, and yeah, pretty much that would be it. Making tons of videos. The only thing I will say though is I'd be very scared if he put me in chokehold. I would be like, is there another room on the side, please? Like next door I could take, please and thank you. So, but yeah, other than that, yeah, that would be like pretty much my only reason if I had to go to States. So, anyways, do I believe in paranormal, and did I experience any? Well, I will say, yes, it's not like the biggest thing on earth, I will say, but I did experience something, where pretty much we had this old rocking chair, and anyways, it was my mom's rocking chair, and I remember at nighttime, pretty much what would happen is the chair would rock back and forth, and it felt like if someone just got off the chair, you know what I mean? Like it's like if someone just got off the chair and it just started like rocking back and forth until it stops, because you know you're moving the chair when you get off. So so I thought that's what happened, but then I checked the basement, I checked all around the hallways and that, and I even checked the rooms, and I saw nobody. Like, well, no, I saw my parents and my sister sleeping, I mean, but like there was nobody up, and I'm like, that's a little odd, you know what I mean? Not having anybody up, you know, and moving a chair, and that happened for a while, and then it didn't really bother me that. I was just like, why is there a chair moving? You know, that's pretty much what I was thinking. But the one thing I will say that I did see that really gave me a shock was, I remember this one time, I was in bed, I was a kid, and I remember I saw like a black shadow man standing in front of my doorway, and it was freaking scary as shit. Like, I'm not kidding. I woke up in the middle of the night, and all I did was look up on the side, and literally all I saw was this black shadow just like leaning on the other side of my door. Not like this side, because this is where the door is. It's like this side. And then I'm just like, okay, grab me covers. It's going over my head. Don't kill me, please. But like, yeah, that scared me. I would say that's the most scary. And do I believe it? Sure, yeah, I'll believe. Like, you know, there's so many people that have told me stories about theirs. There's people that, I'm not gonna mention their stories, but like there was some like, oh my god, like that would actually happen. Like I would not believe. But yeah, like it's very scary for stuff like that for paranormal. But yeah, if people ask me to get into it, frig no, I would be out the door instantly. The farthest I go is saying I believe. That's the farthest. That's where I draw that line. It's like, this is the believe line, and this is like if you want to go farther than the believe line. It's like, nope, stay right here, not far enough. You can go on that other side of the line. You take care of what happens over there. I'm running that way. That would be my answer. But anyways, your next answer, I would, what is it? Oh, do I want kids now? Okay, so, yes, I would love to have kids someday. Well, there's no doubt about it. You know, I actually kind of, well, I guess you could say I kind of raised my cousins, sort of. It's just every time I saw them, I pretty much was taking care of them. So, I kind of knew them as, like, babies, in general. You know, like, every time I saw them, I would always hang out with them. We'd always play games and all that, and it was really interesting, and, you know, I was like an idol to them, you know what I mean? Like, like, the weirdest thing was every time I went to my aunt's place, right? And, or I should say, or sometimes I go to my cousin's house, because, it's her kids, so, yeah, everybody that's my cousin is, like, 20 years older than me. Freaking weird. I'm like the same age as all their kids. By the way, it's weird. But anyways, back to the thing. So either I go to her house, or I go to my aunt's place, and I remember every time I go there, and they knew I was there, right? All I hear in the background of the house, freaking two people freaking just like stampeding down the freaking hall or down the stairs or wherever, and all I hear is my name being chanting. Like literally someone, both of them were yelling my name, and I remember they run up to me and they're like, "Oh my God, Jen, you're here!" Blah, blah, blah. They're like wanting to play with me, and I actually remember being pulled by my arms one time, and I thought that was a little sketchy and a little scary, because I'm like, I'm being pulled by my arms right now. It's like they're trying to split me in half right now. No, they're great kids, so. But yeah, like it was really fun. I got to play games with them, and you know, I got to, you know, they always ask me some things here and there, you know, when I was like growing up, and yeah, you know, I taught them a little bit of stuff, and then like even not recently, but like maybe last year, something like that, or maybe 3 months ago, something like that, I don't know. It was a bit, and I remember they would ask me about, some stuff about society, because they're just starting to get into learning what society is all about nowadays, you know. So pretty much at that point, you know, I just said a little bit of stuff, but it's not like I was like saying like don't leave your house, you know. But like they wanted to learn, and you know, of course, like when people grow and learn, like me, I love learning. I'm still like at that point, I'm like, I want to learn everything. You have an interest in this? Well, let me see what the hell is with this thing, and maybe I'll have some kind of interest into it and learn from it, you know. But yeah, anyway, so like I was teaching them stuff, and yeah, so pretty much having that experience, you know, with them, I'd probably say sure, yeah, why not have kids? Like frick, my kids might be wacky. I'm freaking wacky, so why not? Have them wackier, the more better, you know? No, probably a lot of people would probably say, please no. But anyways, would they let them follow my path? If they want to. Like, you know, I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm a YouTuber. You want to be on YouTube? I'm gonna force you to get on YouTube. You're gonna make lots of great money. You're gonna be famous. You're gonna be famous, boy. You know, I'm not gonna push them in that. Like maybe they'll be on some videos. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, you know. I'll be like, hey, I really would love to, you know, like especially like if it's like the high school thing where it's like you bring your kid to work day. I'd be like, yeah, man, bring my kid to work day right here at the house. We're gonna play some games, or if there's an office I go to, I don't know. But like I would be really intrigued to be like, hey, you know, you love games, I love games. Let's actually sit down and like have a great time playing the game. Don't worry about that camera staring at us, but like just have a great time playing the game. Like even without the camera, I'd still freaking play games. I'm like, frick, come on, let's play a game. But you know, like yeah, if they want to do their own thing, I will let them. You know, it's not like it's a big deal. You know, as long as I know that they will have, you know, proper ways to make a living, then fine, go for it. You know, that's the only thing that matters. It's like you're passing your kid down to another generation. It's like, will you be able to make enough money on your own? That's the whole point, is that you pretty much are raising them to give them knowledge and everything, and then you're pretty much letting them go to show them, you know, to work hard and let them learn that, you know, today's society sucks, you know, try to make a living somehow, you need to learn, but at the same time have a job that you want to do, and not have somebody say, oh, I want you to have this job because our job is not real or something. But nowadays anything's freaking real. Anything, like you can bounce a ball on YouTube and probably make millions of freaking bucks. I don't know, I'm just saying for a joke. But yeah, like, you know, anything is possible nowadays. So that would be another thing. Now, would I like them to surpass me? Oh, frig yeah, I would love to see how smart they get. If they're smarter than me, I'd be like, that's great. Teach me what the hell you just learned. Because then I can be as smart as you now. Because, like, if they have knowledge that I don't have, and they can teach me at the same time, yeah, I'd be like, frig, teach me. I want to learn this. Maybe I can take that and put it into somehow YouTube way or creativity way and all that. And if I can, then I would do it. Like that's the whole point of like YouTube, is being creative. If you can learn something new, then why not put that up into your plate and try it out, see what's new. You know, I did coding for a video on here. You know, like maybe I screwed up, I know, but I remember people told me afterwards, you're like, you know, you're supposed to put string, not something else, and I'm like, I know, I screwed up, I'm sorry. But you know, like, I would try it. If people like it, why not? Go for it. Like, it's not a big deal. I'd say go for it. Anyways, will I get caught for PS4? Yes, indeed. Right here, I am going to get it because you guys asked. Why not? I will get it for PS4. I'm going to play that game. I probably won't play that game like maybe for a whole year because I am that type that likes to move on to shit. I can't stay on multiplayer for my whole life. Let's just go with that. So, no, and plus, what would be better? All I hope is the story gets better. I hope the story gets a lot better. I prefer the stories than anything else. Like, I know I love multiplayer sometimes, but at the same time, I don't get to play. Like, I grew up pretty much playing by myself. I'm gonna point that out. I grew up playing by myself. I never really had a lot of friends or, like, you know, that would come over. Like, sure, I went to their place or they came to my place, play some games and stuff like that. It was fun to do that, I'm not gonna lie. But, like, you know, not every day you can hang out with your friends, like, after school, you know. Most of my friends were out of town, so I couldn't be like, oh yeah, I want to hang out with them every single day because they live on my street. No, it was kind of hard for me and everybody to, you know, have a day. So it was either the weekend or maybe like a few weeks after or something. So, but yeah, I remember I used to play games with them before, and then that was before even online, you know, like I would go to their house because that's what, you know, that's what we had back in the day. We didn't have an internet connection where you just like link in and be like, get play, let's go for it, you know, like you see nowadays. But yeah, you know, so I'm very that type of guy that likes playing by himself, but I'm always open to play multiplayer. If I'm really busy though, unfortunately, I will say I can't always play, or if I'm really exhausted, I'll probably be watching a TV show, because I know some people have asked me on PS4, they're like, play it, and I'm like, well, I kind of want to relax and just watch Death Note and maybe some other shows, because I want to just take a little small break from gaming, because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I play games right after work. I'm playing games right after. I'm trying to make a video. I know I don't get every freaking video up right away, other than that, but like I'm playing a game, I'm editing, then I'm playing more games, and then going back to editing, but I'm trying. Sometimes they don't work out, so that's why you'll see like one video a day or something. Speaking about that, I'm really trying. This last week screwed me up. I will say my plans went all haywire, so. Anyways, let's get back to this. Okay, so number 6, your last one, which would be, oh no, sorry, not the second last one, what am I talking about? Anyways, what will be better for movies this year or next year? I'd say this year, but this year is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. We had some really good movies, especially Star Wars is coming back again. How many years has it been? How many years? Oh my god, I want to see Star Wars, because apparently it's gonna be good, and, what's the guy that played Han Solo? Apparently he said he hated the movie, the idea for it, and then when he was acting in the movie, he literally went to Comic-Con and he was like, I love this movie, this is great, everybody needs to watch it, you know. So I think that's amazing. I think it's great to see that, you know, everybody's liking the movie so far, and I can't wait. By the way, it's freaking hot in this house, so if I'm wiping, you know, my hair or my head or something, it's freaking hot, like, I'm not kidding. It's like 40 Celsius almost here. Holy shit. I don't know how it is in Fahrenheit, by the way. So, but if you guys know Celsius, that's right now. It's hot as hell. Anyways, your last one. Oh no, sorry. For next year though, what are my 3 to 5? I would say Deadpool's one. I want to see Deadpool. I've been following the freaking stories for that this year, and it sounds amazing. Saw the trailer for it, even freaking amazing. Can't wait for it. X-Men Apocalypse, Wolverine, the last movie with Hugh Jackman. Batman vs Superman. I remember you said that. I would go with that too. So that's 4. I don't know a 5th one, but that would be it. So, anyways, your last question I will say is, alright, so your last question, which is the whole disease thing. Now, I will say, there's a thing in Europe, by the way, where pretty much, they were talking about, what was it? Oh yeah, that there's a way to stop, like, HIV and diseases, stuff like that, from passing it on to their kids, which is great, because that's, like, one step, at least, that we're getting closer to get rid of the diseases somehow, you know? And if Europe can pass that around, if you can, then that would probably save everybody. I think some things have to be changed because it depends on each country, because it's weird I will say, because like even for water, if we go to like another country, we can't even drink frickin' water. So it's like really weird how we can't do that. Doesn't make sense to me, but apparently, yeah, so we can't do that. So, but anyways, yeah, so that was one thing I thought was interesting. So maybe down the line, maybe down 5 years, maybe from now, we'll see, you know, pretty much where diseases are starting to go away. We finally have a cure for stuff. Because now technology is so advancing that we can pretty much be like looking it up going, what will cure this? And then it'll be like, beep, boop, beep. Look at this answer. If you take this kind of herb and that herb and this herb and this herb and maybe this guy's eye and the... no, I'm just kidding. Maybe not the eye part. But like, you know, maybe we'll be at that point where it's just going to tell us everything, you know, and maybe that way we'll just save everybody, you know. It would be really amazing to have no diseases on Earth, because I know back in the day there wasn't much, and now there's like tons. It's like, what the frick happened? Like, where did these all come from? You know, and it's just so random that like nowadays it's like there's so much, and back in the day there was like only a few. But still, like if we had those cures for the people back in the day to save that, then like, you know, those people could live a longer life, and you know. It's sad that, you know, they didn't have it back then, but now we do. But yeah, it's pretty sad. But anyways, thank you, Alex, for your question. Now we're going to move on to the next one, which is... Thank God, Vegito 9000. Hello, Mr. Jason. Hello, indeed. It's the ultimate DBZ fan and YouTuber saying God, Vegito 9000. I cut that on when I write your name. But it's awesome to know your name, by the way. And just like I did with Alex, here's some fan mail just for you. Wink, getting a wink back at you, sir. Arr, matey. Okay. What the frig have I been doing today? Anyways, what was it? Oh yeah. Question 1. Any high expectation on Dragon Ball Super since there is no new episode next week? Oh yeah, that happened this week recently. I know it sucked. We got nothing this weekend. What the frick happened, people? Seriously, give us a freaking episode. You stop when Beerus is supposed to meet Goku, and that's where the big fight happens for the first time. And no, we're not gonna show that episode for like probably another freaking 5 more weeks. I don't know. I'm taking an example. I could be wrong. It could be maybe 1 week from now. I don't know. Or maybe this weekend. I hope this weekend, because that'd be stupid. Why not? Anyways. Question 2. Do you somewhat believe that there's going to be another DBZ movie after Dragon Ball Super? Question 3. I want to see adult Gotenks in Super, don't you? Those are my questions, and hope you answer then instant transmission. Alrighty, so I'm going to answer your questions. You can instant transmission away to battle or to safety or something. But anyways, first question right off the bat. Yes, I have high expectations for this because we're getting a reboot. It's a freaking reboot. We don't know. Curatorial gonna be like, oh, I forgot this. I'm gonna put this in the series. Why not? You know, especially with Champa. Maybe Champa was supposed to be in the movie. He just forgot to put him in. I don't know. Anyways, your second question. Another DBZ movie. I can see it happening. I can see a Curatorial being like, yeah, let's make a movie. You know, let's make some more. Let's make some more profit. He probably has 2 freaking teams. One for movie, one for series. Like, there's no doubt about it that they have not been working on a freaking series since the first movie. There's no doubt about it. Because why would you make like 3 episodes and be like, okay, that's it, we're good to go. Let's go back to the movie. Like, that'd be weird. I really hope that is not true. I really hope. If that actually happened, I would actually feel sad for them. So, but yeah, anyways, it'd be awesome to see, even if it's a what-if movie. Like, I remember Kurt one of his, a few of his buddies made the other DBZ movies, so why not bring them back in? Make them make some interesting movie. Maybe we'll have Broly as a Super Saiyan God. I don't know. Be interesting. Anyways, your last question. Do you want to see... Oh, yeah. It'd be interesting to see adult Gotenks, but I will say though, if Dragon Ball Super does run like DBZ, then we will see adult Gotenks. I will say that. But for the moment, it's going to be hard to say yes to that, because they're still kids. That's all I'm going to say for now. But anyways, thank you, Saying God Vegito 9000 for your questions. That's amazing, by the way. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Anyways, the next one goes to Mr. Blast. That is right, he's the Blast from the past, Mr. Blast. Anyways, hey Jason, I have some questions for you now that you have fan mail. That's right, fan mail Q&A. That's right. So, podemos pele la pregunta? Hope I said that right. I really don't know how to pronounce that, by the way. Oh, it's Spanish. Yeah, I don't know Spanish at all. But thank you, by the way. Oh, and Spanish for 2 questions. That's a freaking amazing! I like it! Man, people need to say that more often. Pere la pregunta? I'm probably saying it wrong. Maybe I should just stop. I'm probably making a fool of myself saying it. Anyways, do you like pro wrestling? The question number 2. What are your thoughts on Dragon Ball Super being a reboot and Battle Gods Resurrection of reboot? Okay. And question 3. Would you ever do a live stream on fan mail? So that way you can answer more questions. These are my these are my questions, and I hope one day you become a huge YouTuber. Thank you, by the way. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I really hope things get, you know, successful for me. I really hope for sure. I have a lot of freaking videos, so like I'm like depending that I can actually do pretty well. I really hope that's pretty much my goal, is hopefully I can get to it, because this is something I would love to do for you guys. In general, it's amazing, and I would love to do some really great things right now, but unfortunately being very low on the chart of YouTube ain't helping me out right now. So if I ever got to that point where I hit skyrocketing big, then yeah, you know, I do all my goals that I want, and most of them are to help out everybody who's part of the community. So that would be one of my goals. So. But anyways, let's go to your questions. Do I like pro wrestling? I don't watch pro wrestling, by the way. I did back in the day, like when it was like WWC. Wait, WWC? No, WCW, WWE, WWF, and NWO. I remember those. I remember those from back in the day. Amazing. I loved it. It was freaking phenomenal. I enjoyed it. As a kid, I was like, yeah, pro wrestling! And I remember I used to get the figurines for them, and oh man, it was fun. Let's just go with that. Anyways, yeah, I really respect everybody though. I will say, even though I don't watch pro wrestling, because like I'm doing editing half the time now, or I'm either watching anime, because I'm watching Death Note right now, and I know a lot of people ask me to watch Death Note, so I'm watching Death Note. I'm trying to just go fast if I can to watch it, because that's pretty much what I do. I like to keep watching more episodes. I'm not like that type that goes watch one, then go and then tomorrow and watch the next one. I'm getting interested in the show. Let's watch a few more. So but yeah, literally that's my night. If I have time, I'm pretty much watching anime right now. So but anyways, what are your thoughts? Oh yeah, Andre was a reboot. I think it's great. Akira Toriyama, I think I might have mentioned this earlier. Akira Toriyama might have missed some things, like Champa. Why would you forget Champa? Come on, Champa seems like a cool lad. Probably not, but seems like a pretty cool lad to me. Anyways, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he brings to the table, because maybe there's things, like I said, that he forgot, because you never know. Because I know sometimes when you have work and you finish it, it's all published and everything, and then it's like if you review it yourself, it's like, I could have threw this in, or I could have threw that in, you know, and that's why people re-look over their stuff, because it's like, if I could redo this, how would I redo this and do that, and you know, everything, and you just keep improving. That's pretty much the whole thing. Anyways, the next one, oh yeah, would I ever live stream? I'd probably do live stream, not now, because I have a thing going on very soon, which is called ActionSaiyanGamer Live. That is right. If you guys do remember 2nd anniversary, or if you're new, then don't worry about it. You don't have to check out the video unless you want to. It was my big celebration I did for my 2nd anniversary being on YouTube, and very amazing, I will say. Very, very amazing to do that for you. So, ActionSaiyanGamer Live, when is it coming? It'll be every Wednesday starting October. That's right, starting October, Wednesday. That's coming very soon, by the way. I just want to point that out. But anyways, thank you for your question, Mr. Blast. It's very amazing to get your questions. Thank you very much. Now, anyways, we're going to move on to the next one, which is Dominic Shipeld. And his questions are... Whoops. What is your inspiration? Whoops. Wow, I'm speaking different words now. What is your inspiration to do YouTube? Who is your favorite character in the whole Dragon Ball franchise? And favorite game? Good luck with your YouTube career. Hope you continue to make videos and have fun for a long time. Thank you, Dominic, by the way. Like I was saying earlier, I really am having fun doing YouTube. Playing games for you guys is fun. I really enjoy it. I never really thought that I would play games, you know, in general for YouTube. I always was thinking about skits and everything, because like when I was doing Martin and Mark, I was always thinking of doing some skits, you know, what'd be cool, what'd be some ideas that we could do and all that. And yeah, like just thinking about that, I was just like, we can do that. We can do all this as long as we got, you know, people we can get somehow. And yeah, that didn't work out. But after trying gaming, gameplays, it's fun. I will say it's fun, and then plus get to react to the games. Like, literally, I never would have thought of that in my life, in general. So, yeah, it's really awesome, I will say. But anyways, your first question, the inspiration. Well, I didn't really have an inspiration for YouTube. Well, like, I should say, I guess I did have an inspiration to YouTube, because why would I make videos for one? But like, I never had like an idol on YouTube that was like, hey, you know, I do this, and I'm like, wow, I should do that, be this like YouTuber like this guy, you know. I never really had that moment where I was like, I need to do YouTube because of this guy. He's bringing me on the, you know, YouTube. I never really had that. I have more inspiration through other people in general, like around here, pretty much. That pretty much was like teaching me the ways of like always pushing myself harder and harder to get, you know, do better with myself, you know. And then plus with my grandmother, which if you guys watched the weird podcast I did with Bunny Girl, then you would hear me mentioning about my inspiration with my grandmother. You know, it was her and Goku, pretty much. Now, you probably be like, Goku's fake, by the way. But he gave me some inspiration. He really taught me some really interesting things, like pretty much helping people out. You know, just being yourself and always train harder, push yourself farther, keep doing what you do, and just don't give up. And I always take those because I like to help. I've always been, since I was a kid, I wanted to help out others. I always wanted to protect people like Goku did, and you know, and I never found the job. I know, like, I thought I could be a police officer, but the way like cops are nowadays, it's like, yeah, you guys aren't. No, I'm not. Like, you mean, I don't even have to say anything about it. Just the way the cops are. That's all, pretty much. But yeah, so YouTube really showed me ways, I will say. Anyways, your next question is, oh yeah, here's my favorite. Well, Goku right off the bat. That's my answer. Goku it is. He's an inspiration to me. So, favorite video game. Don't really got a favorite. This is probably the weirdest thing ever. I never had a favorite game. Like, I never was at that point where I was like, this is my favorite game of all. I love it. I play it when I'm dead. Like, about almost dead. Like, I don't know. Like, Deadpool was the most funniest game ever. I could play that probably a lot. But, like, I don't know. I still wouldn't call it my favorite game. I don't know. But, like, I remember as a kid, I played NHL 98, which I do have gameplay for it, by the way, where pretty much where I was like, I played that for years. I played that for 4 years at least. Every time the NHL season would start, I was always on that game, started every single day. Like pretty much the next day, if I knew that my team was playing, I'm like, gotta play. Maybe I'll give them good luck. Show them that you can get 10 goals out of 0 for the other team. Like, I know that was impossible because that's a computer I'm playing against, and the other people are playing against real people in life. So, but yeah, I was a really funny kid that just thought, like, if I do this, maybe that might happen in real life. You know, that's pretty much the reason. I think my hair's messing up. Stupid weather. It's hot. It's actually pretty hot down here. I'm not gonna lie. Usually it's cold. It's freaking hot for some reason. Probably because of the weather. Anyways, yeah. So, anyways, thank you for your questions, by the way, Dominic. Very amazing that you sent those, and yeah, and plus for everybody else that sent me your questions, by the way, thank you very much. I really appreciate it a lot. There's no doubt about it that you know, I don't take these for granted. It's amazing, and I really enjoy it. You know, I appreciate every minute what you guys do for me. So anyways, thank you all for watching Fan Mail. It's been an honor to do this for you guys. And if you guys have more, don't forget to comment down below your Fan Mail. It'd be amazing. If you don't have YouTube, well, there's other places you can do, especially Twitter. Twitter, you can do hashtag SaiyanGamer questions. That will probably help out because then I can find it easily. But for Facebook, it's actually kind of hard finding it for Facebook because you gotta like go through freaking history to find everything, and it took me an hour last time to do that. So if you guys can try not to use Facebook at all, but like if Facebook is pretty much your last choice, or pretty much your first choice in general, go for it then. I'm not gonna stop you guys if you don't have Twitter or a YouTube account. As long as you send me questions, that's all I care. So, but anyways, that's it for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the video. I will see you guys in the next videos. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day.